Tony here with DripMonkey.com. Today we're going to be setting up a potted plant drip irrigation kit. In the summertime, potted plants actually are going to get beat up a little bit more with the sun because it's not planted in the ground, and you're going to have a whole lot more evaporation. So this kit is easy to set up without having to drag your hose out every time you need to water your plants. You'll set it up in a way that you can arrange your plants and you can individually water each and every one of them. Once you get it set up, you don't have to set it up again. This kit will include mainline hose, your 1/4 inch tubing hose, your 1/4 inch adjustable drip emitter on the 5-inch spike, goof plug, figure 8 hose end clamp, your backflow preventer, hose end adapter for the main line, elbow for the main line, and your 3-in-1 hole punch. This kit can be set up with garden shears or simple scissors. To start out with, you take your backflow preventer, put it onto your regular hose bib. That backflow preventer will keep any of the water from your system getting back into your drinking water. It's already been contaminated, or at least it has not been treated. Take your compression fitting on your 1/2-inch hose and just tighten it on there. And you're not even screwing it on there. It's just a compression fitting where you just press it in there. Connect your hose, and now we'll tie it off at the end. Now, once you've got your mainline hose hooked up to your hose bib and you've got your line actually laid out in a fashion that you're going to hide it beneath your plants or maneuver it through your plants, you're going to need to clamp off the mainline hose end. So take your garden shears, clip the length that you need. Give yourself 4, 5, 6 inches. Take your figure 8, put it over first. Fold over your hose, and with the other end of the figure 8, clamp it off there and lay it down to where you need it to go. Now you're ready to install your 1/4 inch lines. So at this point, once your main line is laid out, you're going to measure out how far of the 1/4 inch line you need. So, I always like to give myself a little extra room, 2, 3, 4 inches. Measure it from your main line hose to the plant that you want to set up the drip emitter in with your garden shears. Clip the length that you need. Take your drip emitter on the 5-inch spike, and you've got your 1/4 inch barb that's already connected to it. Take that off, plug that into your 1/4 inch line. Then connect with your 3-in-1 hole punch. Punch a hole in your mainline hose. And now connect your 1/4 inch barb to the mainline hose. You'll hear it snap once it's in place. Now, with your drip emitter, you're going to have your 1/4 inch barb connected to the 5-inch spike. By hand, push that hose on there. Get your pot where you want it and place your spike in there. Don't worry so much about where it's placed right now, because we still need to charge the hose so you can see where the water's going to go and how it's going to set up. Now, once your hose is charged and you're actually getting water out, you can adjust your drip emitter by turning it up or turning it down, and you can get as much flow as you want. It's all going to depend on how many hoses you've got going. It's going to depend on how high you actually have it. This particular plant are actually 2 plants kind of put together, and so for me to get a thorough watering there, I just kind of pull them apart and I've got a big enough spread that it's going to water both of these plants. And this plant actually does really well out here in Texas right now. One thing I kind of want to point out too is this is a ceramic pot right here. And it actually, this doesn't seem to hold a lot of moisture. It seems to evaporate quite a bit. So I find myself having to water a little bit more with these clay pots like this than actually even like a ceramic where it's got the glass already on it. The metal usually seems to do a little bit better. So this is Tony with dripmonkey.com. This system set up in probably about 30-40 minutes. All depends on how many plants you want. Remember, with every kit you can either add emitters to it, take emitters away. You know, with a mainline hose like that, you can always add more stuff to it. Not a big deal at all. You can also take the goof plug if you ever need to move a plant and move a line and pull out that line, put your goof plug in there, and nobody's ever going to be the wiser that there was ever a plant there or a hose at one time.